Okay, so I got on YouTube to upload my last video about my review of High School Musical. But before I could hit the upload button, in my recommended videos, because it recommends videos based on what you've watched and what you've liked before, there was a one by Isla Rose about why men don't date trans girls or trans women. Okay. And I left a comment on that video and even posted what I said also to Facebook because I think it was important. But I also want to, I also think it might be good to record a video about this because a lot of people have recorded these types of videos. In fact, a lot of transgender people have been quite frustrated that, well, nobody wants to date them. And, it's very interesting because people leave a lot of mean comments to them. And it's okay, you can leave as many mean comments on this video as you like, because I probably won't read them. I know better than to read the comments most of the time. But anyway, this is something that I think is really important, and what I'm about to say may shock people. But I don't like about dating. I generally have a negative opinion of it because dating includes sex. Usually it's all just about having sex with somebody. You're not married to them, but you date them, and then everyone knows that means you're having sex with them. So if dating is about sex, and that's something that you do with something you're dating, then no, I will never date anybody of any gender or whatever. However, if dating is spending time with somebody, getting to know them, then dating is pretty much something that all of us already do. I mean, my question here is, how is dating different than a friendship? How is scheduling a time to watch a movie or eat out with somebody or play video games, for example, any different than dating? And I think that for people, the answer is the sex component. That you either want to have sex with them or that you, I lost my train of thought. Or that you're going to marry them or have some kind of relationship where you will have sex with them. So that's the problem, is that the difference between dating and friendship is very weird. It's defined by that. It seems like that. But what if, and this is just a wild idea, that somebody like me believes in the idea of a real friendship, a true friendship, one that is stronger than the bond that people share in their marriages. Because you find out that people think they're in love and then they marry somebody, but then at a certain point that other person becomes no longer interested in sex and so they divorce them. It's very weird. I mean, the types of relationships and the divorce rate and all this stuff, it's like, oh, I have these feelings about you while I'm a teenager and I'm horny, but then we've lived together for 15 years and we have kids, and, well, I just decided I don't love you anymore. Because you won't have sex with me, or because you're ugly and I'm not attracted to you. That's the kind of nonsense that people say, and that's probably the major cause of divorce. Is like, it's all about somebody's body or whether they'll have sex with them or not. And because of my views on this, I've pretty much realized that dating and marriage are pretty much out of the question for me in general. Unless, of course, dating is defined as friendship, in the way that I'm meaning. A close friendship. one that is not sexual, but where you know a person, you like their personality, and you want to spend time with them. You know what I mean? That's the thing, is that I felt this a few times in my life. You know, I've had a few friends here and there, and perhaps we can call it friendship, but unfortunately, this culture has this idea that friendship is less valuable than a sexual relationship. And it's like, well, we're just friends, as if friendship is somehow less than having sex with somebody. And that's how it comes across to me. And quite honestly, maybe I'm the only one in the world who has this opinion, but because I'm asexual and I don't have sexual attraction to anybody, I think for me, I'm able to be friends with people in an interesting way. And, you know, it's very interesting, but that's just the thing about it, is I truly see that although I can tell who's male or female and what species or skin color somebody is, I've rejected racism, sexism, and speciesism. And from this perspective, which I hope other people can see, even if they're not asexual. Maybe you're heterosexual or you're homosexual, but I just think that that friendship should mean what it does in the human world as it does the pony world. I'm serious. If you watch My Little Pony or you see some of these cartoons that talk about friendship, that level of friendship, you know, the loyalty, honesty, generosity, kindness, you know, I think I'm forgetting. I probably forgot one of the elements of harmony. But anyway, you get the idea that that's what friendship is about. And I think it should be. For me, honesty is the best policy. And the truth still hurts me less than a harsh truth. If somebody, for example, I think about this way. If somebody were to tell me that I'm ugly, well, I might be a little upset about it, which, of course, I'd believe them because I kind of feel ugly. I would at least respect their honesty. It's like the honesty of somebody who, you know, they tell a vegan that, well, you know, I'm just a selfish person and I don't care if animals die because of the food that I buy. You know, I don't care about that. You know, that level of honesty. Like when somebody tries to lie and they try to justify what they're doing, then I get upset by that. Whereas if somebody just says, you know what, rather than saying to somebody, well, I love you and I love your personality and I'll always love you, and you know, all the shit that men say to women, just like all the promises my father made to my mother that he never kept. You know, those lies are the most hurting thing in the world. If instead straight men went to women and say, hey, I like your body, can we have sex? If they did that, like if straight men actually did that, because that's probably what they're thinking, if they actually did that, women would be running scared. But no, they know that, so of course they lie, you know. But anyway, I don't want this to go on forever, but I just have these thoughts about this because every time I see another YouTube video, or like when I watched High School Musical, I feel like, oh man, I should record a video on this topic. But unfortunately, I forget. There's all kinds of things that happen at work that I wish I could record a video on. Oh, okay, I'm going to finish this video with one funny thing that happened at work. Okay, so a customer comes in, and I'm in the health market, and they are asking me if we have bulgur wheat. But I misheard them. I thought they were asking for vulgar wheat. This is really embarrassing. So I'm looking everywhere for vulgar wheat. And we didn't have it. Shows how much I know, right? But I did find bulgur wheat. And I'm like, are you sure it was vulgar wheat? And she's like, no, it's bulgur wheat. And that time I heard, okay, I've been looking for the wrong thing. It was the most embarrassing day at work ever. Okay, but anyway, that was just funny. And that happened at work, but I just now remembered it, and I wanted to record a video on that. But anyway, this video has been my opinions about, why people, about dating and marriage and how it's all wrapped around sex. And of course, that my thoughts that I expressed in this video are, of course, my answer to why men don't date trans women, because they're looking for sex, and it's probably pretty hard to have sex with somebody who doesn't have the genitalia you expect. So that's just my honest opinion on that.